Hi, welcome. It's election day here in the United States, and we're putting together some of these videos. I just happen to have great conversations with some of the spiritual leaders in and around Cityside. And right now, I had a great conversation with our own Reverend Jeff Staton. And Jeff is he's on our board of directors. He may be seen a little bit more as someone behind the scenes, but he has spoken at Cityside and he is a tremendous supporter of the community. I also know him to be wise and deep and thoughtful and just heart centered in everything he does, in every conversation, no matter what. It's always very, very heart centered. So I'm really excited that I got a chance to ask him about all that's going on in the world right now. So let's listen to what Jeff has to share with us. All right. Well, it's so great to connect with you, Jeff. Thank you so much for saying yes to being part of these conversations. And so here at Cityside, we're just talking about like today's election day and all of the things that are swirling around in our minds and our imaginations and our maybe our fears and all that's going on. And I just wanted to get a few of our wisest folks together to talk about, what's the higher consciousness that we want to focus on? What's the call here to us, the call to action in terms of spiritual truth?
Well, thank you so much, John. I'm really, honored to be asked to participate and to just um, share where I am on the journey moving up to this election day on November 3rd. I agree. There's so much going on in our world today, and I catch myself with a sense that on November 3rd, if the president that best reflects my values, our values, is elected, then all our problems will be solved. There's so much energy, fear, excitement, really extreme energy on what's going to happen on the election on Tuesday. And I'm reminded, while we can get caught up in that energy and media focus and discussion and family and friends, that that there was work to be done before November 3rd, and there is work to be done after November 3rd. And that's internal work of spiritual practice, and also the work of showing up in the world in the way that best reflects our values.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. I think that's so important, the way we show up. That's such a key point. Thank you. Yeah, I know that a lot of people are worried about like the COVID situation and health and wholeness. Can you speak a little bit about spiritual truth around that?
Sure. What's so interesting today is that we have an invisible foe. If we were to the way the world faces this virus, that it is something that is attacking us, against us, silently, quietly being passed from one person to another. And I thought for a moment, wow, we do that. We do that all the time when we are fearful and angry. We do that all the time when we are making our world an us versus them situation. So what I do know is that in the world of form, let's not deny that this virus has an impact on people, some minor, some leading to the loss of life and transition from this world. But the best thing that we can do is to work consciously by taking steps in the direction, treat and move our feet. As Ernest Holmes says, that we pray without ceasing, and we do the work. So we can do the work here by being vigilant and mindful and doing all of the social distancing things, but at the same time, do our best to honor our body temples by taking care of ourselves, by eating well, by exercising, by being distanced, and doing our best to counter fear with faith, to counter anger with love, to counter those moments of us versus them, to moments of we are truly all connected here. And boy, does this virus uh, show up as an example of how truly interconnected that we are both in this world. Well, let us also remember that as we take the science of mind faith to the world, we can do it not by denying appearance in our world, knowing the deeper truth behind that. And that's something that I love to see us do in Cityside in all of our gatherings and connections on Sundays and in classes and in groups and in prayer.
Right, yes. Oh, thank you so much. That's so beautiful. It occurs to me that when you said treat and move your feet, this idea of voting is one of those ways that we take action,
It is,
back our own power, right, and or express our power.
for sure.
Yeah, such an important time. Well, do you have anything else you want to wrap up with in terms of sharing for our community?
John, just real quick, I think it's an interesting time that our organization, our parent organization, Centers for Spiritual Living, for the first time in recent history, has put out a voter guide. And that voter guide is there to encourage people, A, to vote, and B, to vote our values. To vote our values like love and community service and action and education, and financial health and abundance. All of these things are just so important in our world today. And I'm proud to see our organization taking that action, not endorsing a candidate, but standing for love.
That's beautiful. Linda Jackson had mentioned that to me as well. I will put information in the description of how to access that.
Okay.
Right, that is an incredibly thoughtful and useful tool that they've provided.
I
Um,
agree. It's something new and something powerful.
Always great to see you. Always great to share. Thank you so much for spending time with me today.
Thanks so much, John. This is a real gift that you're doing. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Just the greatest. I just think the world of Reverend Jeff. He is just terrific. So thank you so much. Remember, if you need support, you want some prayer, you can always email us at prayer@cityside.me. Put in whatever your prayer request is, or if you want someone to reach out to you, we can do that too. Just know that you are one with this community. Thank you so much.